The whole impeachment conversation of President Trump, man, there are ramifications everywhere. And you've heard me say, if the House Democrats want to impeach, go ahead. I'm not going to get worked up over this, and I don't think anybody else should get worked up over this. I am not making the argument that impeachment is necessarily good for President Trump. I don't see the Senate moving on going forward with it and removing him from office. But you always run that risk. It's a risk. I get it. But it's equally a risk for the House Democrats. And as we've learned, it's a risk for House Republicans. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Facebook, Tony Katz Radio. Be sure to like the page. Justin Amash, he's the congressman from Michigan. He came out to say that he thinks that President Trump should be impeached. He thinks that William Barr didn't act properly and tried to mislead on the Mueller report. And he thinks there are actionable items within the Mueller report to lead to impeachment. Well, I don't feel misled about William Barr, by William Barr on the Mueller report. But if you feel as a member of Congress that there are things that are impeachable, go right ahead. Go right ahead and impeach. I don't think we should get ourselves crazed about people going down this road. What they have to accept is that there might be people who disagree with them. That's what's happened to Justin Amash, because a state representative of Michigan named Jim Lauer has announced that he will be running against Amash for the nomination. He's already got a primary challenge. Took 2 days. It took 2 days from Justin Amash saying, I think there's something actionable here, to a primary challenger saying, okay, I'm taking your seat. All of these things have massive ramifications, and it shows you one thing that's very, very true. Everything that we hear in that cable news echo chamber about how Trump has to go and Trump's the problem, and this is all of that, whatever it is that they want to yell and holler and scream, and I'm not saying Trump is perfect by any stretch of the imagination. There are plenty of people who are like, you're all nuts. There are some people who are totally in the Trump camp 100%. Anything he does is totally fine. There are some people who say, listen, I don't like everything, but my goodness, he's not guilty of anything impeachable on this subject. Why would we say otherwise? And then there's some people who hold their nose and are like, well, I have a job, my kids have a job. So can we just move on with the important things, please? Can someone please focus on the southern border? Could someone please focus on China? Could someone please focus on the things that matter to you, me, and we, and not this ridiculous nonsense witch hunt, which clearly is now at this stage of the game. Justin Amash getting a challenge. I have no problem with that. Like I have no problem with him saying that Trump should be impeached. I disagree. He gets a challenge. That's okay. No. You're not representing the people of your district in Michigan. Here, I'm going to come in and do it. Nice. The process works. The system works. Our way of life works. Now, if what we need to focus on is having a good life and getting people less angry about everything and less desirous of revenge, because what else could the impeachment conversation possibly be? What else could all of this, let's look into the president's finances, a judge saying that, yes, you're allowed to get access to the records from his accountants. We're looking into people's finances to find the crime. Show me the man and I'll show you the crime. What are we, the Russian secret police? You want to impeach? Feel free. You want to challenge the guy who wants to engage impeachment? Feel free. Those things are good. That's the system. We want to look at your finances to find a possible crime? That's the problem. We solve that by voting in November. I'm Tony Katz.
As we march toward 2021.